Hey guys, so we are starting this new series where we are going to solve some DSA questions on leetcode. And to be fair, I haven't done it from a long time, so we are going to keep it kind of raw and unfiltered, right? So I think I will be starting from the scratch. So I think it have been more than 2.5 years or more than 3 years when I did lead code. So for example, if you check my profile, right, if I go to my profile and see when is the last I solved a problem. Okay, it was an year ago, and 2025, right? And that too, like, it came in 2025, and the two questions only. Before that it was in 2023 September when I got the offer, and after that I kind of stopped doing it. So it's high time that we should start doing it again, and let's see how it goes. So first thing first, maybe, I mean, the two sum is the easiest one which we can start with. So also there is a thing, so since joining the company I have mostly started working with Java. So with these 2 3 years of gap, no, I no longer remember the C++ syntax. I mean, I do remember the working and everything, but the syntax is something that it's not everything on top of my mind. So we'll see how it goes. We'll start with, maybe we can select Java itself, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see. So we have given an array of integer two sums, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target, right? So I think the brute force solution is the very much easier one, that I think we have to do something like I equal to 0, I less than, let me define int size equal to nums dot size plus plus. And so basically, okay, we have to return the indices of the two number, so the first index and the second index. Okay, so it's also given that there would be exactly one solution, so we don't have to worry about that there might be multiple solution. So let's say I will say start idx equal to -1 int end. So okay, let's say first and last, which will add up to the given sum. So I will initialize it as a -1, so that in case we haven't found anything, right, so we will return it. Or oh, wait, I think the return type is array, so let's say it's int of indexes, or I say results -1. All right, so we'll see. Let's see. So how do we do it? So for each number 2, 7, 11, 15, right? So for each number, like for 2, we will iterate over the remaining part of the array, right? And we'll see whether the I plus j, so it's something like key, we will start for I equal to 1, sorry, 2, I equal to less than n, right? And for each element basically in the array, what we are going to do is, so like when we are at 2, right, we will check, we will iterate over 7, 11, 15. When we are at 7, we will iterate over 11 and 15. That's how we are going to cover all the array, I mean all the possible uh, combinations to compute the sum. right? So now the second loop for int j equal to I plus 1, which will start basically j less than size. Actually here we can do size minus 1, since we are going to cover up the, so for 11, right, the idea behind is that for 11 we don't need to go through the element 15, because after 15 there is no next element, right, in the inner loop. So that's why we will go up to 11. So j less than size plus plus j, and then we'll say if nums I plus nums j is equals to target, we'll say results equals to I comma j, and return results, or return results. Oh wait, I think here we have to break. No, I think let's mark it as return here only. Return I comma j, that should be okay. Or here we can say return minus 1. We don't need this array, right? I somehow still suspect that the initializations are not correct, this, but who cares? Let's run, let's see. Yeah, as expected, I think. So yeah, let's search for it. Java array initialization. Okay, so it should be initialized with curly braces instead. Okay, I mean, you might be wondering, I'm working already in Java and why I'm struggling with this syntax. So to be honest, in we kind of don't use these kind of syntaxes while working in companies, right? We normally have list, right, immutable list, normal list, or array or hash set, right? So based on that semantics we work, right? So pretty much hard for me as well. Okay, let's run it again. Oh, still says okay, so maybe I think we have to do something like this one, right? I think this should be how it should be done. Let's see. Oh god, says nums dot size. I think should be length then, maybe. I mean size is an standard. Oh, the length is there. Okay, nums dot length. So we have all solved. Let's try to run it. We will submit it. Let's see how the brute force solution works, right? Okay, it says 38 ms of runtime. Okay, now this is the brute force. So like the complexity we will see, right, it's n for the outer loop, and then for the inner loop is also n. So n by n becomes n square, right? So the another way is uh, so I mean the optimized solution is in O of n. So the idea behind that is key while traversing here, right? So for example, if we have two numbers, let's say a plus b equal to c, right? We are given with c, and while iterating in a loop, right, we get one number b. So to see a, we can simply check if a is equal to c minus b or not, right? If that criteria get satisfied, then that means B found the element. So what I'm trying to say here is, for example, if we take this given example, right? Let's say 2, I will just modify it a little bit, 2, 11, 7, 15, and okay, so we have started the iteration, right? So we are at 2, right? So what our element will be? So okay, the idea here is to store also the A element, right? So let's say we have given this our array, right? And let's say this is our store, which is currently empty, right? We have nothing. Let's say we gave I equal to 0, right? So our A will become okay, let's me write it down. Target is equals to 9. So now A is 9 minus 2, which will become 7, right? 9 minus 2, that is 7. Now we see whether we have 7 in our store or not, right? We see our store is empty, we don't have 7, right? So what we will do, we will store 7 here. All right, now we go to the second I equal to 1. Now what is our A? So we say 9, that is target, minus 11, which will become minus 2. We see if minus 2 is there in our store or not. So the idea behind is, you see, if we found minus 2 here in our store, that means we already have an element A which is equal to C minus B. That means we found the sum, right? But since we don't have minus 2 here, so let's append it, so that in future if some elements come up which might require minus 2, we can immediately fetch it, right? So we stored it in store. Now let's say we incremented the I, it became 3. Now A equal to 9 minus 7, right? And that is 2. Okay, I think we did some sort of mistake here. So I think it's one of the silliest mistake. So this is what happens when you don't do coding for such a long time, right? So what we are missing here is, right, we are instead of storing the A, right, we should be storing the actual numbers B. So for example here, right, 9 minus 2, we don't find 7. So basically, so see, the thing is, we are already storing uh, uh, this number, right? So what we are going to do in the store, so store will be containing A, right? And our current computation, what we are basically trying to say, if B minus C is in store, sorry, if B minus C is in store, so that means if B minus C is in store, which means A is equals to B minus C. All right, so if A is equal to B minus C, that implies that sorry, I wrote it incorrectly, not B minus C actually. Let me figure it out. Sorry, says A plus C equal to target. That makes more sense. So target minus B, here it would be instead target minus B, and here it would be, yeah. So now in the store we will be storing A, right? A is, let's say, the array actual numbers, and while iterating through each number, we will see whether the target minus B is in store, right? So target minus b is in store. What does it mean? That a equal to target minus b, and it will become a plus b equal to target, right? So that means we have found the sum. So now here to kind of redefine our logic here, right? Here a equal to 9 minus 2 7, right? Let's keep it empty. So a equal to 9 minus 2 7. We see 7 is not in the store, right? No worries. Now we will append a. That a is 2. Sorry, it's equal to 7. Don't get it a 7. We are storing these elements, right? 2. So now this happens. Actually, let's not write a. It might become more confusing here then. Right, we came to I equal to 1. 9 minus 11 minus 2. BC store, there is no minus 2, right? So what we will do, we will append 11 there. Now what we can do, or okay, so now when we come here I equal to 2, so it become 9 minus 2 2. Now we see 2 is present in the store, right? So that means we have found the element. So this I equal to 2, right? Here we have found our element. Now the catch here is that instead of saying whether the sum exists or not, we have to return the indices, right? So what we can rather do here, instead of storing in the array as a normal numbers, we can store it as a pair, right? Where with the number and their indices. So that can be one thing. Plus, since it won't be an array, right, our store, because we need a lookup in O of one time complexity. So in that scenario, we are going to use a hash set, right? So we'll be using a set to basically set of pair to store the numbers and their indices. So let's get down to the code part. So what do we need here? We need a hash set. Okay. So since there is no library, I might have to check initializing hash set of pair in Java. Man, I don't need a custom class. Yeah, set of pair hash set. I think this will do. Alright, so let's see here. Here we will go till size, right? And what we will do, with will see if int to check is basically target minus num size, right? And we say if pair set okay, I think let's use geeks for geeks to just go through a little bit of more semantics. Set of new hash set. Okay, collections dot add all. How to do find? Maybe actually we could use map. I think that's I don't know why I'm using set. Ideally the map is a better choice here. Right, so yeah, O of one uptime complexity completely unordered, that's fine. So put get key, right? So I think how we have to do, yeah, this is what we are going to do. of, sorry, it shouldn't be integer, we need map of integer and integer, right? So if pair set dot, sorry, not inventory, store, right? Store dot get to check, right? That means we found, I think it's dot get, right? uh, okay, it's dot get or dot get key. Dot get, but why there is a, okay, I think dot get should work, right? If store dot get to check, that means we found it. What we will do, we will do return new int. So first is store dot get key to check, right? And it will be I, or else if we haven't found it, then what we will do, store dot, I think it was put, right? Yep, store dot put, and we will put I comma, sorry, nums I comma I, and or else, yeah, anyway we are returning -1 so let's see, let's run it. Oh my god, integer cannot be converted to boolean. But wait, I think let's check only key value pair m dot put. That's fine. Why there is too much add? Removing element, iterating through the map. Dot clear, contains key, I think, yeah, this is what we are looking for. Contains key. Return the value for the given key, I think so. Okay, let's see, are we going to get, no, we are not going to get another failure. Okay, let's submit it, let's see. All right, so that's cool, we got 2 ms. I mean, we wasn't able to achieve the 0 ms, but I think since we are running after a long time, I think this should be pretty much okay for us. So I think, yeah, that's it for today. I think I will try to come up tomorrow with a new problem. So, and you guys can also think through, I mean, while going in the interview. So see, this was the problem which I was trying to solve after long time. I know I knew the solution and everything, but still you see how when I got stuck at multiple places, right? I wrote down the things, and I tried to go back and forth to find out the solution, right? It's not like you will always get the correct solution every time. You can't be 100% correct. Sometime you will see some failures. So it's pretty much okay, right? I mean, it works the same thing in the interview also. So, all right. So that's it for today.